Hey everyone, what is up? It is Nursky coming to you guys here, and as you'll notice on my screen, not StarCraft 2. No. Gonna be doing something a little bit different for today's cast, so to speak. Gonna be actually doing a little bit of a review slash demo of this game that just came out. It's called Sanctum by Coffee Stain Studios. It is a TD FPS. What would you ask is a TD FPS? It is a tower defense first-person shooter game. And I thought the concept was kind of interesting. Of course, playing a lot of StarCraft 2, Warcraft, and whatnot over the years. Have played myself plenty of tower defense, so when somebody was going to try and make a tower defense first-person shooter, I thought, what the heck, find out if this game is actually any good. So I've actually played it a little bit before doing this video, obviously, so that I can actually show you guys the game a little bit after giving you my thoughts on it. I'm going to give you my thoughts actually at the end of this video. I'm going to play for a little bit, not going to play through a whole game. Mostly just going to do enough to give you guys concept of what the gameplay's like a little bit. Haven't gotten to try out the multiplayer just yet. It does support, I believe, co-op with 4 players multiplayer, which could be pretty cool. So could be a fun way to kill some time with your friends, play a little bit of team tower defense. And then also, if you guys look over here on their news and updates, they're actually going to be giving away some free CD keys. So if you like their Facebook page and register on their forums, they're going to be giving away a bunch of Sanctum keys. I believe it's going to be about $10. You can get it through their website or through Steam when it does come out. So lots of ways you can actually get this game. But we're going to get into the single player. Going to show you guys a little bit of the game. And that's going to be it for today. So we're going to jump straight into the single player. Get to select your levels. As you can see, I have the mine. You can go to the level selector and you can pick the different levels. There's bridge, mine, arc. I don't have a lot of them just yet. We're going to actually use, I guess we'll use bridge as our example here. You can change the difficulty, so that's pretty cool. Make the difficulties different levels in case you want it to be a little bit harder or easier depending on how hard it is. Play survival mode, or you can play it in just normal standard mode. So there's a couple of different modes. That's pretty cool. So we're going to start the game up here. Don't care. Loading up here on bridge. Get to pick your weapons. You can actually customize your weapons. You can get new weapons and use those instead if you don't want to use the weapons that they actually hand you. Towers wise, you can choose which towers you want. Some of the towers have different abilities. They have hold towers. They increase damage of stuff going through them. Anti-air turrets, just your standard Gatling gun, lightning turret, scatter laser turret, a slowing field. The televators you can't get rid of, and the blocks you can't get rid of because they're pretty much essential to the game, so there's not really anything you do about those. So you just click equip once you've decided upon what stuff you want to use, and it puts you into the map. Now, the one early criticism I have a little bit about this game is that the controls feel a little clumsy. You have to actually use the left shift button to change if you're upgrading your towers or your weapons or placing your towers. You have to scroll through your weapons and everything with the roller on the mouse. And then you have to hit enter way over on the side of the keyboard to actually start the level. So it's a little clumsier than I'd like, but it's not terrible. It can get a little bit tedious in the middle of the gameplay when you're trying to switch through your weapons. Especially if you have a mouse that doesn't roll really smooth. Mine's actually pretty smooth. So it actually ends up being not too terrible for me. Now how this basically works, I'm going to actually push the tab button, which takes us to an overhead view. Follow my cursor here. You have all these blue squares, and then you have non-lit squares. What we're going to do is we're going to go, these are the monster spawns. These orange lines are the paths that the mobs are going to take to get to your base. And you can see them on the ground as you're hanging out here. So basically what you want to do is construct a maze to prevent the monsters from being able to actually get into your building and destroy everything on you, which would suck. So basically what you do is you'll build blocks initially, because that's really your only choice, is to build blocks. and that'll cut off the monster's path, force them down a different direction. And as you block their direction, you can actually see all their directions change. See, now all the monsters are actually funneling over through the little gap that I've created over here. So you can funnel the monsters with these blocks. You can basically do what you would do in any kind of tower defense game and slowly construct yourself a maze, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to actually show you guys the top-down view in just a moment here. Gotta make sure I actually save enough to actually build a turret or two, or I will be in some trouble. And that'd be bad. So now, see, I'm gonna build a couple of turrets in my first wall. So you build these blocks first. So that was the first thing we were doing. So I build the block. So you place your block. Then after you place the blocks, you can scroll down to the televators, or the Gatling gun, lightning laser, all these different things. The televators, what they do, I'll actually place one, we're going to put one actually somewhere in a forward position. We're going to put one right here. So what the televators do is they actually lift you up on top of the blocks. So now you're actually up on top of the blocks. So you can actually fight the enemies as they come in towards your base. As you can see, as I move around, I got my televator. So the other cool thing about the televators, you can actually teleport to them. So you can just click and teleport to them, which is pretty convenient. I'm going to also place one quite a ways back here. It's the furthest back in place, so probably somewhere back over here. This is just to give myself another position to actually shoot the mobs before they get to the end. Block power field. Oh yeah. Always have to build a block first. Then you can build the improvement. Alright, and then also your turrets, once you have built them, you can actually upgrade them. So like if I want to, I can just walk over to this turret here. I highlight it, hold down the left mouse click button, and it upgrades my turret, makes it stronger, does more damage now. And then once you're out of resources, if you can see down at the bottom left hand corner, it's the wave you're on, the percentage that you have left of your main sphere ball in the back here. And that's basically how it all pans out for you. And now you can see I have the teleporters. Click on them. I'm at this teleporter. Click on the other teleporter, and now I'm over here. So then I can start the wave, and you guys will get to see a little bit of what the actual gameplay looks like. So I'll probably play, I don't know, I'll play a wave or two so you guys can get kind of a feel for how the game actually plays out. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the weapons and stuff as this first wave starts. So you do have your different weapons. I have these 3 different weapons. You have to scroll through them with the mouse. They each have different abilities. Obviously, a sniper rifle is a sniper rifle. And then, of course, you have like a freeze gun. They all have different types of special abilities. You see the mobs now coming forward. You can zoom in with the sniper rifle. Each monster actually has a weakness. There's a menu if you hit escape that will actually show you the monster's weaknesses. I'll actually show you guys that real quick before it starts. See, shows you that the wave that you're on, you can actually just look through the different creatures if you want to see their different weak spots. Shows you where to shoot all of the different monsters at. There's information about the different towers, what they're strong at, what they kill, your different weapons, and what they're good at doing. It's one of the ones that I have. Then of course the wave you're currently on will tell you strength of the mobs that you're fighting, and then the weak points on them. Shows you where the checkpoints are. So we're going to get back into the level here. And actually switch up my weapons here. Ooh. Get a little too close for comfort. See my turrets actually working away, killing most of the mobs. Obviously I'm going to have to kill some of the mobs. They're not going to all kill themselves. As you can see, a bunch of them actually did manage to get away. So I can hit tab and I can just go to my other teleporter. I can switch my weapons. And we'll take this guy out before he actually ends up getting over to the end. And then the level completes. Once the level completes, you're not on a timer. So you can take your time. You can go back to placing your blocks. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'll place some more blocks. The block is already in the way. Oh, I'm in the way. And you can play this game with your friends. So if you had your friends, you'd all have the ability to go and upgrade your turrets and place more blocks. So you have to coordinate a little bit, or obviously you might have a wee bit of chaos going on if you're not actually coordinating your efforts. So I can't upgrade any of this anymore. I'm going to save up some resources. I'll show you guys the upgrading of the weapons before we go to the... before I actually end the tutorial here. Hear my dogs barking in the background. They're quite annoying at times. So yeah, I got these guys, and their weak spot I already know is their eye. So you need to shoot them in the eye. Put them as far away as humanly possible, weaken them down. Got more of them coming from the low ground. Whoa. Looks like I fell off my little teleporter pad there. Obviously, I could be switching weapons. That's the optimal way to actually use these guns. So you fire one, you switch. Fire the next one, switch. That's your best bet for actually dealing with most of these mobs. So everything's pretty much standard tower defense otherwise. Die, buddy. You don't want to live. Where are you going? Get them eventually. You can hop over these pretty easily if you want to actually chase the mobs around the map through your towers. So it definitely does work just like a regular FPS as you would expect it to. Alright, so I've killed everything now. So the other thing that you can do in this game besides upgrade all of your turrets and keep adding blocks, you can actually hit the bottom left shift button and you can actually upgrade your weapons. So see, I can upgrade the Rex cannon, I can upgrade my sniper rifle, I can upgrade my little freeze ray. So let's say, just for the sake of whatever, we're going to upgrade... let's upgrade this thing, what the heck. And we'll upgrade our sniper rifle. So we upgraded 2 of our weapons. You can see they change color. They typically have around 5 upgrades, and each upgrade gets a little bit more expensive. Turrets work the same way. When you hit enter to start the level, though, you have a little bit better. You can see now I have 2 shots on the sniper rifle instead of 1. And then on top of that, if I can get a critical shot, we'll see if I actually can. Kind of harvest distance. It does a little bit more damage. Yay, more damage. We like more damage, and we like more ammo. It's kind of like a double bonus there. See, this thing kind of shoots little blobs. Doesn't actually do all that much damage, but it is effective at what it does. Take a couple of these guys out. Kill myself in the process, maybe. See my turrets doing work, killing a lot of the mobs for me. Whoop, actually short hop that. But my turrets got everybody, so then that's basically it. That's how the game goes. You play through all the levels, you fight different mobs as you go, you keep building your tunnel. As you can see, I got my little maze, got my turrets here. You can see the range on the turrets and everything as you upgrade them. You can kind of check out their stats and stuff. See your little orb. You have the health of the orb. That's that bottom left-hand corner. And that's basically how the game works, guys. So, I'm going to give you my final impressions on the game. It's only $10, which I think is good. I think it makes the game interesting. I think it makes it fun for $10. It's multiplayer, so that's kind of a cool feature of the game, that it is actually in fact multiplayer, because since it is multiplayer, obviously it does allow you to have some fun with all of your friends while you play the game. Of course, the graphics-wise, game's pretty good looking. Sure, as you guys can see as I'm moving around. Not the most amazing revolutionary graphics ever or anything like that, but the environments are pretty vast. They got decent atmosphere to them. You really actually feel like you're in the environment protecting some weird, strange energy globe thing that you must protect at all costs. So, all of that feels pretty good. Gameplay's not too sluggish. I think if you've got a mouse that doesn't click very well, you could have trouble cycling through the weapons, and that could get annoying. But other than that, it's all pretty good. I mean, if you are into tower defense games and you like playing games with your friends or even solo, because this game's been pretty fun just goofing around with it by myself, I definitely would say that at $10 it's a really good buy. So that's going to be it for this review, guys. That's going to be my cast for the day. If you guys want to, you can continue to watch the entire video. I'm going to actually cut off the video as a review portion at this point, but of course I'm going to continue playing, and there will be 2 versions of this video. So one will be a review, one will be a review plus gameplay through this entire level. So for now, guys, if you guys are just tuning into the review, this is Nursky saying peace easy. Please subscribe to my channel, and of course as well, please do go ahead and subscribe to my Twitter, anything like that, at VP Nursky. You can always follow what I'm up to. Try to keep it updated pretty regularly, and I'll be back with another video, guys, tomorrow.